With less than a week to the end of the suspension of public transport, government says the masks are not yet ready. As the president addressed the nation recently, he said public transport would only resume operation after government had distributed free masks to all Ugandans above the age of 6. However, NTV has learned that the masks are not yet ready.
They are not yet ready, but they are going to be made because we're required to harmonize the process of, first of all, the specifications. We had different input, so we had to harmonize the specifications. The mask, we are looking at 2 weeks because that's what the suppliers are saying.
Since it is compulsory to wear a mask in public and government needs more time to procure 35 million masks, it's not clear whether public transport will resume on the 4th of June.
Of course, it will affect it because as I'm saying, it may not go full blast, that everyone will go on the road. But also this is something that the cabinet will discuss and then guide us on what to do next.
However, some people, especially in the rural areas, can't afford to buy the masks.
If they cannot afford, then we would encourage them to avoid the public because themselves they are putting themselves in the danger. But we know that most of these are people in the village, in the rural. Someone leaves his home going to the garden. The risk there, it is not equivalent to living here and going to Chikubo with no mask.
During the lockdown, government came up with a plan to distribute food to about 2 million people who were especially earning from hand to mouth, and it took them more than 2 months to do that. So how will Ministry of Health distribute 35 million masks to Ugandans in 2 weeks?
So it will depend on the sub-counties and the LCs, village health teams to tell us that this household has so many. And they'll be required to come with evidence that this is the number of my household, and then they pick. Of course, we can't rule out fraud or whatever in the distribution, but we'll try to do what we can.
It remains to be seen whether government will stick with the directive that links the resumption of public transport, or whether the current delay to produce masks will lead to a reconsideration of the directive. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.